Hey guys. Yep, I got the two new Zoids Wild models in the other day, and we're taking a look at the Sonic Bird first. If you're new here, that means we're going to unbox the kit, we're going to take a look at how it compares to some similar ones, and we'll check it out in action, of course, so let's get to it.
Robo Shop.
Alright, let's take a look. First of all, of course, on the front we have the Sonic Bird in flight. A lot of panel lining been done to this to bring out the detail. I'll be curious to see what it looks like in unpainted form. Otherwise, this is unremarkable, but I don't know, it looks pretty good. On the back we have a sort of a battle scene as usual. I don't recognize the Zoids. Oh no, these are Snapteras. Yeah, they're a different color, but it's blowing a couple of Snapteras out of there, actually cutting them with these blades that are on the wings here. Looks like no, it has guns. It has guns, but we're also back to blade weapons here, I guess. Otherwise, you know, the usual. Here it is with a whole bunch of extra weapons. Here we have stats as usual. It's basically good at everything. And just one day, I want to see a spider diagram where, I mean, I have no idea what any of this says, right? But where it just says, like, this thing, number 5, no good. What else we got? The usual on the side flaps. On this side, we have... this is very much starting to feel like a practice move because I do it in every unboxing. Here we have bone mode, regular mode, and I guess blast mode is with the blades extended. So let's take a look at what's in here. I'm pretty sure we have a completely new design here, and I'm actually kind of excited to see what's in here. Because this isn't just yet another retooling of a Zoid that I've already built 5 times. I'm fine with the retoolings. This has always been a staple of the Zoids line for as long as it's existed. But I've kind of had enough of them at this point. So anyway, standard sized battery operated Zoids Wild gearbox here, nothing out of the ordinary. Gear on the back, we'll see if that actually does anything. We have here the A back. These backs actually all look kind of small-ish for a battery-operated Zoid. Although if the box image is any indication, the Sonic Bird is actually not that big. So, let's take a look here. A1. We have the tail. We have a leg, unjointed as usual. The foot seems to be a separate part. Here's the other leg. Here are some of these clamp parts that hold the torso halves together. And the torso halves are here. I'm just kind of realizing as I'm doing this, it's been a while since I've done a full unboxing, because usually it's just like, let's look at the parts list, and then yeah, here are the 3 new parts we need to look at. A2 appears to be the head. We've got the top halves of the skull here, and here is the bottom with the throat and 2 hydraulic pistons here. Seems to me like somehow the mouth is going to open and close. And finally, the third. Mostly just a bunch of less interesting mechanical stuff. I mean, this probably goes on the back here. This is probably going to somehow go in the neck and, you know, drive the movement of the jaw. These are the feet. Certainly look like bird feet. That's kind of cool. And that would be the power switch if I had to guess. Now, B. As usual, B contains all of the armor. Got two bags here, actually the armor and the weapons. Disappointing. Yeah, this looked a lot more like a cool blue in the pictures. As it turns out, it's actually this kind of really deeply saturated, slightly metallic blue. Not too terrible, but not really the color I was expecting. It's kind of a shame. Here's the tail. It's kind of cool how the feathers are sort of stylized as armor plates here. Especially noticeable here where you have actual sort of some like a carapace in the middle here, and then the feathers sticking out the back. This is the head armor. It's a lot of detail on here. This goes on the leg, judging by what's on. I mean, on the legs, judging by what's on the instructions, and this would appear to be the pilot seat. Okay, looking a bit like a horse saddle, but makes sense if you know what we're dealing with. This is some sort of mechanical. I mean, this is obviously the jet thrusters, all one solid piece. This goes on the back of the cannons, which, as usual, are hollow on the inside and have peg holes in weird places, but it has guns. These go on the legs, sort of like spurs. It's a nice detail, but I'm not sure what it's supposed to represent. Blades. And a bigger pair of blades. A lot of detail here, again, also on both sides. And here is the crest that goes on the head. S just has a whole bunch of mechanical pieces in here that we are not going to look at because I don't want to lose them, to be honest. One thing I will show you that I just spotted that I think is kind of neat is we have gold collared rubber caps. Never seen anything like this before. It looks okay. I mean, you know, plastic actually molded in a gold collar is usually kind of a problem, but yeah, that's pretty neat. The rest of this is just, you know, the usual array of mechanical pieces that sort of drive the movement. We have a jockey type pilot figure, and finally the sticker sheet, also more or less what you'd expect, the usual warning stickers, gold here, blue here, a Sonic Bird emblem, and a sticker that actually has the word Sonic Bird on it. The rest is the usual. Let's take a quick look at the instruction booklet, and then I'm going to start building this guy. What we have here. Oh, its wings fold up. Okay. Yeah, you can see here it's depicted with the wings folded up, so I guess those are the two modes. Yeah, I mean, this isn't really worth thumbing through. It's just, you know, how it goes together. And sort of the modified version here, painted red, with a lot of extra weapons and stuff. And yeah, standard Zoids Wild instruction booklet, you know what those look like. So I am going to get this guy put together, and then we're going to take a look at what it looks like. Okay, so first off, I have to correct something I said there. This is not a completely new design. It's actually a retooled Gilraptor. It's barely visible because there are a good number of new parts here, but the torso and the legs are the same, and it also has a similar contraption on its back that rests on a hinge. In all honesty though, these two look so different that I can't really say I mind as far as looks go. The problem I have is with the way it moves, but more on that later. First, here's a quick comparison to the Storch from the OJR line, because they're the same species. Let's be honest though, the Storch was never the greatest Zoid ever made. We just all wanted one for a while 15 years ago, and it was super rare and expensive, so I did want to let you guys know that I have one, because I do. Anyway, let's take a look at it in motion here. With the wings folded, it basically walks like a Gilraptor, I guess. As you can see, the guns are attached where the Gilraptor has its arms, so they move, and it's kind of cool because they're always pointing forward. There's no real good reason for the wings to be moving, other than they couldn't come up with a mechanism to turn them off, I guess, but it doesn't look too bad, even though it doesn't make much sense. Blast mode, though, is just, what? Not that it looks terrible or anything, but I thought we were done with Zoids that walk and fly at the same time, and why is it waving its wings back and forth as if it's swimming? Compare this to the Scythe and tell me this isn't a giant cop-out. I don't know. So, I'm afraid this one's another so-so review from me. I will say that it looks pretty cool. Like I said in the unboxing, I certainly like the way that the feathers are designed, and it's a big step up from the Storch as an Archaeopteryx Zoid. I really just don't understand why they had to use the Gilraptor as a base for this. It just doesn't work as far as the Zoid's motion goes, and it doesn't do anything interesting. You fold out the wings and the blades to switch it to blast mode, and then it just, walks a bit more shakily and does something with its wings that doesn't look much like it's flying. So I guess the verdict is what you see is what you get, and if you badly want a big blue bird, then this isn't a bad choice. It just also isn't much of a standout. It's just, it's okay. And that's it for this one, folks. I also got the Kill Scythe in the same shipment, so if you want to see that review, my advice to you is to subscribe to my channel so you won't miss it. And while you're at it, like this video so the algorithm knows you do. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one.